Getting into some homosexual news. And let's talk about Miss Khalid coming out of being forced out of the closet because Miss Mamas didn't come out. And quiet as it's kept, a lot of people's out here saying, child, we already knew. But it doesn't matter. But, it's neither here nor there that the fact is y'all knew. The fact of the matter is the child was forced out of the closet. So I got to give y'all a layer of this stuff. So let's talk about it. Hold on, let me pull up Miss Khalid. Because the children were saying, "Oh, she's not even cute." But I'm like, look, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. What one person's trash is another person's treasure. That's what I like to say. If you like it, I love it. But anyway, let's move on. So apparently they said Khalid is opening up, after you was forced out of the closet, but he's opening up about his sexuality and making it clear that he's happy with who he is. In a series of Twitter posts on Friday, the American teen singer confirmed that he's gay after being outed on the platform. Now, here's the thing. Now, when I had first heard about this thing, because shout out to my friends, I have a group chat with a multitude of people. So my industry friends went and sent me something. I was like, first of all, why are you sending me a nude of Hugo Diamante? D stands for Darren, in case y'all didn't know that. But, I'm going to give y'all all the tea. So apparently Hugo, because that's how you say his name. I know some of y'all are on the struggle bus and don't know how to say his name. His name is Hugo with an H. Hugh, not ooh, not ah, not eh, not It's Hugo. So there you go. Grammar teacher. I'm going to come in and give y'all that. Because some of y'all need a speaking spell. But anyway, besides that, let me bring it back. So apparently, I was like, why are they sending me a nude of Hugo? First of all, I already had his nudes because I've seen him naked. But and then it was like this long screenshot of Hugo talking about how somebody ate his behind and all this other stuff. Oh, I'm gonna get to those tweets in a minute because I had to screenshot everything because his post ain't up there no more after people dragged him. So I'm like, why are you sending me this? Like, it didn't dawn on me because they didn't specify what the tea was, that Hugo was the one that outed Khalid. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with who Hugo is, I know who Hugo is because I told y'all I follow out music artists. Hugo is somebody who is a Dominican musician. He does a lot of reggaeton music. I have heard some of his songs. They're all right. I'm not saying like he ain't no Raul Alejandro, but for the most part, his music it is what it is. I'm like trying not to be. It's like his music is cute or whatever. Now, have I had it on repeat? No, but I'm like I've listened to his songs. All right. So, let me scroll on down, and this is what he said. So basically, it said. The post came shortly after a Twitter user, Hugo Almonte, went on a posting rampage about the artist he has slept with and wrote that one of your favorite gay R&B singers once offered him drugs and tried to set me up and lie that I broke into his house. So let me pull up the tweeties. So yeah, he said I was dating this dumb A singer. He ugly as F, but he tried to set me up and lie and say I broke into his house because I broke up with him. Like, why would I go to his house and do all that if I broke up with you, dumb ASS? And then here's the series of tweeties that he posted. So he basically said, one of your favorite gay R&B singers offered me pink booger sugar. I declined effing crackhead. Stop letting these people in the industry. Another tweet he said was one of your favorite gay rappers ate my culo. One of your favorite gay R&B singers, SMD, and it was really bad. Another tweet he went on and said, I hate all the gay artists that are out right now. They dumb as F, ugly as F, and ishy as F. But how you out here trying to read all the gay artists? What they do to you? When quiet as it's kept, as somebody who, like I said, follows a lot of out artists, says you ain't in no way, shape, or form should have any kind of say on someone else's music. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some people out here that music is a choice. But for the most part, a lot of the artists that I've listened to that are out artists that their music is quality. The sound is quality, lyrically is of quality. So I don't know who you listening to, but A lot of the artists out here that you talking about, and I need you to name names. Yeah, I'm in my Sutton Strackback. Name them, because you out here talking about somebody offered you pink booger sugar. You also said somebody came out ate your behind, and then you gonna sit up in here and talk about that people out here are ugly, and then. Because I got to get into this other story, because apparently Amon Wiggins went up getting an exclusive, because Amon Wiggins went and did a video on this, and apparently Hugo went and slid in his DMs and basically read him for spreading misinformation and trying to say he an escort. Now, look, first of all, he is not the first one to come to this assessment, because I remember when I was talking to friends of mine, they were literally saying this, oh, this is some clear escort tease. Because let's be frank, or maybe I should just finish reading the tweets before I go in and give my full assessment. He also said, it's so strange to me for real. So the people who are models, they model because they got their facts done. I mean, their face done. They're not even natural beauties. That ish don't make no sense. Please name one natural beauty, male or female. Well, who are we talking about? Like, you up in here and not revealing no tea. He also said, bitch ass ninja lied and said that I broke in his house because I didn't want him. Because, he went on, see, yeah, this is the tweet, and that's the picture where he's showing him and Khalid apparently together. And so the people went on social media, of course, and was reading him down to the floor for this comment. Because Khalid basically came out after the fact and said, because people was like, closet was glass, basically saying that they kind of knew, girl, that you was a woman, and or you was cunt. And then basically he said, I wasn't hiding anything. It's just not any of your business. Another person said, wait, hope Mr. Khalid isn't gay as a GEHHH. Someone replied, to which the singer reposted and wrote, I am, and that's okay. Another tweet he put, I got outed and the world still continues to turn. Let's get this straight. LMAO. I'm not ashamed of my sexuality. In reality, it ain't nobody's business, but I'm okay with me. Love y'all. And he also, yeah, so there was a bunch of series of tweets. He said, thank you. I was never, because somebody said, um, a different fan basically shared a snippet of the singer dancing in a music video for his track Satellite. The follower captured it when there was then there was the LGBTQ anthem he gave us in 2022, but y'all kind of slept. Either way, hate that Khalid was forced out, but he wasn't hiding it. He just didn't need to tell nobody. And then he said, thank you. I was never hiding. See, then he also, so basically, so a lot of people was thanking him and was like, he's off it. Then people came to his defense. Tiago Pantaleo, who is a Brazilian openly gay artist who I absolutely love. Me and my Spaniard friends, we be kikiing over a lot of the international Spanish artists, because I told you I'd be having my ear to the street. I actually like Tiago more than I like Pablo Batar. I just feel like that girl her range is always high register and she be irritating me. But you know what? Let me not give Pablo the stray. Let me bring it back. So then, we had MNEK and Amorphous, who are producers and also artists in their own right. MNEK basically came out and said, loser, 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 loser behavior. Then there were also other tweets calling him out, because Tiago basically went in and said, like, is he for real with this? Like, now he actually came out and said this, but if y'all want to see another picture of Miss Hugo, because these are the series of tweets that Khalid went and put out. I told her I had to screenshot everything, because I know how a lot of you girls are. Y'all be in your damn emotions, and then all of a sudden y'all want to remove stuff, and then it's like, yeah, so that's her. But then also, so Hugo did speak out and basically said to Vulture, he said the following. He said, it's really funny how it works, because my intentions was never to out someone who clearly been out already in the community in Los Angeles. My intentions was to share my story and share how he tried to use his power to silence me, because I simply ended our relationship. He was afraid of what I might say. He also went on to mention how people have began to belittle his person and direct death threats at him. He shared that from his experience, he learned that this will never allow anyone to silence me. And it's crazy that these people said I was chasing clout when I was holding on to this for 5 years and I finally had enough. But then he went and didn't he say, I could have sworn that he said when Armand was talking about it, and apparently he slid in Armand DMs, and apparently Hugo is not in the United States right now, because he said that he called him from some international number and basically said that they was together for 2 years. So you've been holding on to this for 5 years, but y'all been dating for 2 years. What is the actual number? That's what I want to know. So he can go on and say what he want to say, but I am side-eyeing some of the stuff that he said, because here's the thing. I understand, like, Hugo probably feels like, oh, well, people want to treat me like I'm a whore, that I'm a escort because of my looks and how I carry myself. But sir, you do sell sex. I'm not trying to say, I'm not trying to slut shame you in a way. It's like, you know that you a good looking guy. You know that you have those New York exotic features. I see plenty of boys that look like Hugo that reside in New York. Trust and believe. As somebody who was born and raised in New York, we see many of dudes that look like Hugo. Maybe it might be foreign to y'all, kind of like how y'all gagged when Jennifer Lopez came out on the scene, and everybody gagged because they ain't never seen a girl with a small waist and a big ass before. I'm like, where the hell y'all been? Meanwhile, Kim and them had to go buy theirs, but y'all was gagging. I'm like, I could walk down the street in the Bronx. Not even. I can walk down the street in Manhattan and turn my neck as I'm pumping down the street and see many of girls that look like Jennifer Lopez, and probably even badder. So, Hugo Almonte, I've seen many of boys, and in fact, I've slept with many of boys that look like him. But when you could look down on it, I know the first perception a lot of people were saying was that, oh, well, Khalid is not that attractive. I don't think Khalid is bad looking. I think he is just, compared to a Hugo, he's an average looking guy. And on face value, because we know how this industry, well, not the industry, we know how the gay life is. Y'all know damn well if, and Hugo, you know this too. So you can try to paint this whatever how you want to paint it. But sir, you know that if Khalid wasn't who he was, because he said he met him at an industry party, you know that if Khalid wasn't who he was, you would not give him a second look. I do not see a Hugo Almonte type even giving credence or attention or the time of day to a Khalid if he was just some regular dude that worked at like Amazon or Shake Shack or something like that. You are not paying no dude like that no mind. You knew at a certain point that you are someone who was on the struggle bus in regard to trying to get your music out there because you're an independent artist. And there's nothing wrong with being an independent artist. There's a lot of queer artists out here who have to do things independently because the industry is not all that. You know, they like to pick and choose who they want to be, you know, the homosexual representation in the music industry. So I'm not surprised that, yeah, Hugo is talented, but he's trying to make his way into the business. And you happen to come across Khalid, and you had a conversation, y'all were kikiing or whatever. Khalid pretty much put himself out there, wanted to get with you, and you went along with it. But the one thing that he said that kind of turned him in another way was the fact that Khalid was emotionally abusive and he was controlling. He also said the reason when he called him this dude was ugly, because I'm sitting there like, nah, if he was ugly, why would you win him all that damn time? Because clearly you were trying to clout, you know, you were chasing clout off of his success. Now, anybody out here bumping Khalid in America? Maybe he is popular in some of the songs he did. First of all, I heard he put out an album in September. Why am I just now found about it? And we've got December is in like a week and a half. Well, 8 days-ish, give or take. So Khalid is popular overseas. People more or less know his music over there. I've heard some of his songs, but he doesn't give me what needs to be given. I feel like he's like the black BB Rexa. Like you're there, you make your music, but quiet as it's kept. Ain't nobody really checking for you. But maybe now with this whole situation, the music and everything, you know, him coming out of the closet as a homosexual, he'll be able to use this as a way to probably get us interested in his music for once. We'll see. But Khalid told me, oh, I've been out of the closet. Like it's not a secret. But then according to Hugo, Khalid was in the closet. He didn't want nobody speaking out about it. He said at one point when they was dating, he spent 2 hours in the car while he was in Japan while Khalid went shopping, because he didn't want people to know they was together. Now, for somebody who's supposed to be out of the closet and out proud and living their life to the fullest, why you hiding this dude in the car? And basically said that he wanted to come out of the closet as being in a relationship with Hugo, but he wanted to do it at Marshmallow's party, you know, DJ Marshmallow. He wanted to do it at his party. And he said, oh, I didn't want to be a trophy boy. And like I said before, I think when it came down to maybe you trying to make it seem like you ain't had no intentions. Maybe it started out as this, oh yeah, that me being with this dude is gonna probably give me opportunities to push my music out there, because Hugo's also was doing OnlyFans. He said that he sabotaged his OnlyFans on his other stuff, that he wasn't using him for his money. I'm sure that you was getting something out of this relationship. There's no way in hell, because women do it too, when they get with these men with status and money and stuff, that I'm going to be in a relationship with somebody and I'm traveling the world with you and things, and I'm not getting none out of it. So you telling me that when y'all was going out to fancy restaurants and y'all was going shopping and y'all was traveling all over the world, that you was footing half the bill? Is that what you trying to tell us? Because you ain't said that. Well, according to Armand, he ain't bring that up in the conversation. So you sit up here saying the reason why you called him ugly, it wasn't him physically, it was he said his spirit was ugly. He had an ugly personality, that he could be manipulative, that he could be emotionally abusive. And I'm not sitting there trying to say like that there is no truth to that, because I'm sure when it comes down to things, when you are in a position of power, people who are in a position of power can be emotionally abusive. So I'm just trying to look at it from all the sides. I'm not going to sit up in here and just completely blame him, but I feel like there probably was some fault in what Khalid was doing too. That he was like, you know what, I got this pretty boy on my arm, and you are a trophy boy in my eyes, whether you want to come and agree with it or not. But yeah, I'm gonna be emotionally abusive, because I know, like, deep down, or maybe that Khalid looks at himself and is like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not as good looking, or whatever the case is, and maybe it could be some trauma from his youth, that it was like, oh, I was picked on and I was called the F word by dudes that look like Hugo type, and so this is my way of you know, unconsciously seeking revenge on those people that did that to me when I was a kid. So I can get that, I have my money, I have my power, I have my influence, and to get back at you. He also said that he was fighting with friends of Khalid's for his attention, that his friends were getting jealous of him being in this relationship with Khalid, and how one of the friends even tried to fake like she was going to take her own life because she wanted to get attention from her friend, because she didn't like the fact that Khalid was in this relationship and was spending more time with Hugo than her. And I'm sitting there like, are y'all slow? Because when it comes down to any kind of relationship, when you get into relationships and stuff with people, it's expected, even though I guess, sometimes in your mind is whatever, but when the reality hits, I feel like people seem to forget, like, yeah, if I'm in a relationship and it's relatively new, I have my friends and we could kiki and be cool or whatever. But when it's a relatively fresh and new relationship and I'm really feeling somebody, I'm going to put as much energy into my relationship. And sometimes, no shade, I'm going to neglect my friends at times because I'm invested in my man. So friends getting mad over that and jealous, ain't no room for that. So you have to be open and willing, and vice versa. Of like, if I have friends or whatever the case, I mean, if I'm in a relationship, that I'm going to be putting a lot of time and energy into my man. And sometimes my friendships will take a back seat. Now, if you want to go and hang out and stuff, I'll bring my man along and we could all hang out and stuff when I'm at a point where I feel comfortable enough to bring my significant other around, unless those friends had sensed there was some shadiness and some low keyness with Hugo, and him being, opportunistic, trying to take advantage of situations and that sort of thing. But you know what? This post was shady, and what they had put, because they had said something. When was it? Because when they were talking about Hugo, they said, um, oh, they said Almonte, whose own music has less than 750 monthly listeners, claimed that the gay artists that were out right now are shitty as fuck. He followed up the post by sharing a photo with Khalid. So I was like, "Ooh, you shady Rolling Stone," because that's who posted that. Me, I had to go on other websites and look for the screenshots, even though a friend of mine did send me the screenshot. And one screenshot, yeah, there's another one. And I was gonna say, Hugo's good looking. I heard some people say, oh, he ain't all that. First of all, you need to get your damn eyes checked, because Hugo is good looking. First of all, he's a good looking guy and he knows it. He knows that in this shallow ass homosexual life, that it is unfortunately about, you gotta look good. We are so obsessed with youth and youth culture and being in the gym. So he knows what he's doing, and he knows what he's got to do to sell in order to get people interested. Because when you listen to his music, and if you've ever seen his videos, he sells sex. And yeah, so that's, I think, one of his single covers. which I kind of like, but I do feel like it's a little dark on certain parts of his face. I need to have my friend David come in, the photographer expert, and give his overall assessment what he think of this photo. But it's cute or whatever. Look, the boy got body. He did do. I don't know if he's still doing OnlyFans, but I know he's got his news and stuff out there. And I liked, his music. Like he had some cute songs or whatever on there. And I was one of, yeah, because when I saw it said Hugo Almonte, I'm like, what? Because I was aware of who he was. I know a lot of people probably don't, because like I said, I follow a lot of out artists. So when I heard it was him, I was like, now why would you go there and out somebody? And I'm one person, I will say this, I am not here for outing people. I don't think that outing someone is cute. And he did say that he got caught up in Hugo. He said he got caught up in his emotions. And he felt like outing, like doing what he did was the only way that he could take back the narrative because Khalid had accused him of stealing, like breaking in his house and stealing his stuff. He's like, why would I steal anything when I'm the one that left you? Because I got tired of the emotional abuse. I got tired of you trying to control everything. And when I finally was like, I'm done and I'm moving on, when some people would think that when Khalid stopped and all of a sudden was like, well, when the well stopped pouring in and the well ran dry, and he's like, well, I don't want to deal with supporting this ninja no more, then Hugo came out and said what he said. So um that's all I know so far. I'm sure if anything comes out, if Khalid want to sit up here and tell his side of the story, I hope he does, because Hugo was speaking out. And if Hugo want to come on this show and give us the tea or whatever the case is, the door is open. But I would love to hear Khalid come out and say this, and not just be, well, that's not a secret. Everybody right now, like, I'm gay. Okay, let's move on. Like, we don't defense about it. And it's like, you know what? Everybody in their own time. And congratulations, you're a part of the community. And that's that. But so let's move on from that. So yeah, that's all I got on this topic. So I want to bring all of that up for y'all. So I want to know what do y'all think of this story? I hope I hit everything that I need to hit in regards to the story. What do y'all think of this story about Khalid being outed? Like I said, I'm not here for people being pushed out of the closet. I'm not here for people out here spilling people personal tea in that sort of way. But or weaponize it, because I'm like, child, it's 2024. Like, people should be allowed to just live in their truth. And yeah, it is nobody's business. So whenever some of you other industry folks feel the need and the bravery, and I know bravery ain't a word, but it is today, feel it in your spirit that you want to come out of the closet, let people come out in their own time. And, because that's their journey. It wasn't Hugo's place to do that. But I am side-eyeing a bit, because if Khalid was out here being emotionally abusive and trying to pull these maneuvers and stuff to stay in the closet, well, sir, you wasn't as open about your sexuality as you out here trying to claim in them tweets. So let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.